look up and there you are on the flip side of crazy. Something more than the lucky stars you think when you kiss your baby. I always believed in God and angels in the sky. But I never thought that I deserved an angel by my side. Now my outlook on. Actually, I'm gonna keep this mic. This is the mic I've been using, chat. I've been experimenting with this one as like the streaming mic. I kind of like it, even though I kind of came on here to say that streams probably gonna have to discontinue for foreseeable future, even though that's not necessarily important to what I was trying to say. Because what I'm trying to say is, I'm done. I'm done with people's baggage. Seriously, I'm done with the baggage. I'm done with all of the baggage. To be honest, baggage having to drive 30 minutes to work, baggage of having to settle, the baggage of settling and thinking you're not settling, convincing yourself you're not settling. The baggage of delusion. I am tired of the baggage to feel like I have to say something that actually pleases somebody instead of saying something that actually can speak to my own spirit. And I know I'm not looking at the camera, which is probably ticking a few of you off out there. Ask me how many fucks I give. But I'm seriously tired of the baggage. I'm seriously over it, carrying anyone's baggage, any extra baggage. And simply put, you should be tired of it too. Because there's so much baggage we try to carry, and there's so much baggage we don't want to admit that we try to carry. And then so much of it is baggage that we know that we shouldn't carry, and that's why we delude ourselves into thinking, oh, we're not carrying this. We're not trying to take this burden off of somebody else's shoulders. We're not trying to shoulder this burden ourselves, or we're not trying to shoulder this burden because we think we're above it because our ego's too big. They're not doing any of that. Simply put, I think a lot of us don't want to admit that we think we deserve it. I know at a certain point in time, like, I didn't necessarily think I deserved it, but I didn't necessarily think I wasn't a benefactor to it. And I think some of us still see ourselves as the benefactor. Still think if we carry more baggage, it'll somehow make us stronger. It'll somehow give us this sense of validation that we can't find anywhere else. It's not true. It's never been true. I mean, like, seriously. So let that shit go. You're not entitled to carry no one's baggage. You're not entitled to justify anybody's opinions. You're not entitled to do anything. Anything that could potentially risk your own self-image, the I mean, that's about it. Just don't ruin your own self-image for the sake of baggage. Don't ruin your own self-image for the sake of your self-image. Don't try to ruin anything, or don't even ruin anything because you're thinking you're fixing something. And don't try to fix things that actually aren't really that you can't fix, because there is no fix. Some things don't need a fix. Sometimes it's not a solution. Sometimes the only solution is to shut your fucking mouth. And I know I'm sounding like a little bit redundant. I'm sounding a little bit like Fuck it. But I kind of done enter rant territory. This is definitely more rant territory than anything. And I'm supposed to really get up and get off my ass and do my abs like I'm supposed to. But I don't know. I'm actually very frustrated. It's actually very frustrated. Like now that I've sat down and actually made this video, I'm actually extremely frustrated because I realize now a lot of us don't even we don't even have we don't even have like a concrete we don't even have a concrete like set like I don't know. I mean, I dang they just get interrupted chat. Y'all probably didn't hear it, but it kind of just threw my whole train of thought. But we do not have a set criteria as to why we act the way we do. We cannot articulate an opinion with any sort of vigor, with any sort of valor. That when we're listening to it as outsiders, when we're listening to it as somebody that obviously doesn't have the opinion, I can't sit up here and be like, you know what? I feel like you're trying to speak on this topic the way that we need to be talking about it. And we don't do that. We don't do that. We're too busy trying to sound like better than this person. We're too busy with the comparison game. We're too busy with the contrasting game. Well, if I don't sound like this person, I'm not this person. Why the fuck does that matter? You know? Because now what ends up happening is you're putting guilt on personality. You're putting guilt on emotion. You're putting guilt on things that make us human. And quite honestly, you scare me. Seriously. I'm talking to you. Motherfuckers know who I'm talking to. You scare me. You do. I'm scared. I'm scared for you and I'm scared of you. You want to know why I'm scared? Because I don't know what's going on up here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And it's scary because it's so out of left field. It's so removed of passion. It's so far. It's so I hate using the word so. I don't know. I thought that especially now with so much that could bring us together. I thought that we wouldn't have to. We would be beyond the petty. We'd be beyond the pointless. We'd be on this ritual of who can say it better. Who sounds smart enough to convince this general populace that for one, I'll best believe I don't think they're that smart. That's why I'm lying to them like this. That's why I can't give them the full spiel. That's why I'm gonna cherry pick. That's why I'm gonna do this. That's why I'm gonna use these fallacies. At what point does it stop? It has to stop.